In the older days, you would see female characters like Mary Jane, Princess Leia, and Clarice Starling that actually resonated with reality, and those were characters that people actually could resonate and sympathize with, because they were not experts in what they did from the beginning, but rather had to go through trials and challenges to get where they wanted to be. That the characters have to go through this more harder mental test, so to speak, makes it easier for the audience to get invested into the story of the characters, which is clearly not the case today. In modern movies, you write female characters mostly to support the woke agenda, where women are strong from the beginning and can do everything a man can do. You get examples like this with a lot of characters like Rey Skywalker, Black Widow, Susan Brewer in The Grey Man, and Captain Marvel in The Avengers. The problem with these characters is that they don't have to go through the same challenges in order to develop as a character and in order to have an explanation for their strength. Why is Rey Skywalker the strongest Jedi? And why is Captain Marvel the strongest Avenger? Nobody really knows. They are just there to fit in with the modern feminist agenda of a strong woman. In comparison with the Jedi case, you see Luke Skywalker go through a lot of training to get to the rank level he by time had managed to gain. But Rey Skywalker was a master Jedi just by being introduced in one movie to fit the new agenda in Star Wars to make women extremely strong, like the case also was with Moses Ingram in Obi-Wan Kenobi. The problem with the characters are not only the strong physical factor, but it's also a personality factor, where they just seem ice cold, fueled by hate and anger. With other words, they just seem so goddamn stiff in their appearance. The only thing there is to these type of characters is just to resemble toughness. Even the most generic action movie characters played by Jason Statham and Bruce Willis, at least they have some humor about them. Yes, they are not the best characters either, but those roles are actually written with heart and soul to fit that exact type of character. But in a case with these new female characters, they just seem forced to the point it becomes ridiculous. In addition, they also just knock down large men like paper, and there is nothing really entertaining with them becoming so overpowered. Because really, when you think of the size of a woman beating down a much stronger man in every single movie, it's as far from the truth as you can get. Of course, you may argue that I must just see a movie where this does not happen, but let me tell you, it is very hard to avoid these days because they fuel it into every movie. Have a look here at the new trailer for Expendables 4. It does not really seem to be realistic that Levi Tran and Megan Fox can shoot down all these opponents they are facing and just knock them out like apples. But even in my comfort zone action movies, I can't escape it. And that just shows how far Hollywood has driven the agenda. Instead of selling you a good story these days, they almost always sell the agenda first. Then they do the cast, and then they write the story. In the old days, you would first write the story, and you would also often write for a specific character, and then get the right cast. And that's the real issue today, guys. Too many movies are just spewed out to fit the agenda, rather than it's a calculated and well thought out project to write a good story with meaning and then get the cast.